Ladies and gents, welcome back to Amnesia the Dark Descent. In the previous episode I went through all three torture chambers and we saw that the portrait of Alexander was a little bit messed up. So yeah. Oh god. Let's do this. This is where I was last. Got that bucket of blood from that general location. Oh my god. Okay, let's just go. Let's just do this. So I've got all piece of the orb, but obviously they won't stay together. So I don't know, let's... You can't add anything directly into the blood. The substance needs to be purified. Obviously tar doesn't really work very well to purify blood. But that's telling me that I'm working in the right direction. My sanity is crystal clear as it would be after you know, just picking up a jar of someone's gooch blood. Oh god. So yeah, anyway. Constantly changing. Etc. Etc. Oh god, that's dark. So the question is, where do I go now? Oh god. Oh god, what's happening? Oh god. Let's close the door, Daniel. Okay. I'm pretty sure that there was someone in there last time. There was someone in there. There was. I looked at, I jumped up and I stared at his foot. Oh my god. Oh, that's screwed up. Okay, so back to the nave. Something died inside of him that day. Watching that man slip away was more than his mind was willing to handle. Oh god. I don't like this game anymore. I mean, I love it. It's amazing. The writing and the atmosphere and the timing is all amazing. But I'm a human being. And as a human being, I get scared. And being scared isn't necessarily a good or a bad feeling. You bastard. You well-dwelling bastard. Oh god. Okay, so what's...
How are things coming? You seem to have found all the orb pieces used in the transfer. Go to the choir and find the rest.
Go to the choir. The remaining orb pieces can be found in the choir. And do you know what? While I was going through the Amnesia oh my god, you are ugly!
You're a good boy, Daniel. And I appreciate your compliment.
Oh god.
But I believe you have more important things to
His
take
head
care of.
follows me. Oh god. Oh god. Yeah, so I was going through the Amnesia.
You should hurry, Daniel. No
I'm gonna
time
get
for
away
sitting
from him.
around.
So I was going through the Amnesia the Dark Descent forums and everyone was like, oh god, the choir was the worst part. And I'm like, great. Why is it the worst part? No one explained why it was probably best that they didn't explain why it was the worst part, actually. Oh god. So what have we got in here? Oh good, another study. Is there a candle? Yes. Laudanum. I should really drink one of these actually. I've got a few cuts and bruises. There we go. All is good. Okay, I'll read that afterwards. Just give me... Yes, tinderbox. Ooh. Pick it up. Books on shelves. obviously. But yeah, honestly, people were like, oh god, the choir was the worst part. It was so dark and you couldn't see anything. And I forget what it said after that. In court, the Order of the Black Eagle spew their politics at each other while I sit quietly in place, willfully forgotten. Once in a while someone will notice me and lose themselves in a silent cower before regaining their senses. They all know I am the one, and the same Alexander who helped their fathers and grandfathers to found this great order. I've seen them take their fathers' places, and they too will grow old and pass away, while I remain the same, aged not by time, but by anguish. So, there's more evidence that Alexander is an old man. Very old man. Like older than times itself, perhaps. As I keep quoting. Oh, I can move the whole thing. Agrippa channels Weah. Weah taunts me from the other side. I trusted him with my true reason for my efforts, and still he insists on me releasing Agrippa. How an enlightened man can show such a lack of compassion in a seat of power disgusts me. I can't bring myself to part from Agrippa, as he is and has been for centuries my only link to the worlds beyond. Weah claims he tries his best to release me from my banishment, but that he needs me to give him Agrippa first so he too can help. If he could guarantee success, I would happily oblige, but how am I to part from him if my return might be denied? There's supposed to be a question mark there, thank you. I know what they are capable of. I have seen their deception. Optimism is a most hopeless feeling, but I must retain it. I shall prepare for his release. To release Agrippa without killing him, Weah told me to feed him a tonic made from a paralyzer, vitae, and tampta. The poisonous fungi should work as a paralyzer if I can find the internal gland from a large specimen. The choir seems to be fertile grounds for this sort. I should then be able to extract its contents with the proper tools. The vitae could be extracted as usual from any agonized human victim's blood. I just need large amounts to distill it properly. Remember to collect this during the next torture session. Okay, so I've got the blood. Tampta, on the other hand, will prove more difficult. I don't think it exists in this world. Simply writing the word with these letters looks wrong. I believe it is a property of the secretion in the water-dwelling conch. I will have to address Weah with this, as he will have to supply me with a host. Also, a properly prepared well should suffice to contain it. So I'm guessing... So I've got that tampta. I've got the blood. I just need to go to the choir to get the paralysing agent. No. Let me just make sure of that, actually. Okay, so... It works paralysed without telling the choir seems to be fed around, so I just need to do the proper tools. Yeah. Okay. So I've got the tampta, and I've got the... I am so talented! And I've got the blood. Vitae. Just needs to be distilled. How do I distill blood? I don't know. How do I do anything, actually? Choir entrance. Such filth, he thought. Good men can safely cheer their departure as they are nothing but a burden to mankind. They shall not be missed. Well, this looks familiar. Like that room in Amnesia Justine, after that guy patrols around and he's like, I will find you, cunt, because he uses terrible words. Oh, look at that, I've got to go. So thank you very much for watching this episode of Amnesia The Dark Descent, where I have quite skillfully avoided having to go through the choir. Of course, naturally, the choir will be the very beginning of my next video, so I've I've got to go through eventually anyway. Next video will be annotated in the top right hand corner of this video. Previous video will be annotated in the top left hand corner. Click subscribe for a notification of my next video upload, and I will see you guys in the next video.